Hello, thanks for being in a new video. This time I have with me the Honor 400 Pro, and I'm going to tell you what I liked most and least about it after testing it. So the time has come to tell you not to buy the Honor 400 Pro without watching this video. Let's take a closer look at its launch price, which in Mexico has been set at 19,999 pesos. This is particularly interesting to me because the Honor 400 series is generally considered to be more of a mid-range series rather than a high-end one. However, with this pricing, they are positioning it firmly in the high-end category. So, without a doubt, here I can already ask for more things that I will surely find myself complaining about later. But this is just the introductory price. Perhaps over time, the price will adjust and it will be more understandable. But first, let me share with you what I like the most. Buying from the Honor store includes headphones, a 12-month warranty for screen and water damage, and a 24-month warranty for battery issues. They offer extras often not found in the... I am not fond of the specs, but they serve as valuable additions when deciding on a purchase. Additionally, I appreciate that it includes infrared, allowing it to function as a universal remote control. This feature is something that is absent in some of the high-end devices nowadays. Interestingly, it is found more in the mid-range than in the high-end. That's why I get to highlight it. Also includes an option to control the volume of each application individually. So if you have several applications playing at the same time, you can make one sound louder than another. It is a detail that the iPhone, for example, cannot do. Another very positive detail will be in the video recording, as you can record and rotate to the front camera without stopping the video recording. It is something very good that, for example, the iPhone cannot do either, although the Galaxy, for example, can do it. But not all phones have this option, and that seems very useful to me because it gives you more versatility when recording a video, because you do not necessarily have to rotate the entire phone, but simply press the button and rotate the cameras without problems. It will also offer us 6 years of updates, so it will have a very extended lifetime. Remember that this is a benefit, especially if you plan a cell phone in the very long term, because you know that over time the applications are demanding a newer version of Android, and it is not something that will happen in a few years. But if you plan to stay with this phone for a long time, you have more peace of mind that there will not come a time when WhatsApp or your favorite application will say that it is no longer compatible. Moreover, inside this gallery, there's an excellent video editor. Here, you can select the clips you want to use, and you have a variety of tools at your disposal. It's a subscription-free editor that doesn't add a watermark, which is a significant advantage. Notably, it includes a keyframe option. I really wish more brands would develop their own video editors that are as comprehensive as this one. And a round of applause for this. It also brings the novel image to video function, which allows you to upload a picture and it will automatically generate a video. You can't give it too many instructions, but it helps in some ways. It can be used to animate certain memories or to have fun with certain scenes, even in some cases to generate higher quality content. Although it has limited uses, you can't use it as many times as you want and it requires. I did not have internet access yet. This feature is not very common in mobile phones, particularly when considering their native functionalities. It also offers us 512 GB of storage. That's pretty brutal. Consider that other cell phones give the 512 GB version more expensive or something like that. In this case, this is the only version that is available, but it also gives us an insight as to why the price can get this high. And the performance is pretty good. In my test, it took 1.8 seconds to open each application. I did the test with 16 as I always do. So it has a pretty snappy performance. Not at the level of the higher end devices, but I think it can compete well. And at the security level, it also offers good options such as the safe app lock, private space, option to hide applications, and many more things. In my battery test, it did quite well, both in the test trying to download the phone as fast as possible and in the background draining test. So I believe that the battery can effectively defend itself when placed in high-stress situations. The 100 watts charger that comes included in the box is excellent. In my testing, it charged from 0 to 40 in just 15 minutes, which is impressive. It recovers energy quickly, and the full charge from 0 to 100 was achieved in 41 minutes. Therefore, if you start charging it when it's at 15 or 20%, I'm confident you won't need more than half an hour to get it back to a full 100% charge. And finally, for gaming, it is also going to have a pretty solid performance when running content with high graphical demand. But now let me tell you what I didn't like. The frames are made of plastic even though they appear metallic. We won't find aluminum here, and in a device at this price point, I find this quite disappointing. I don't like it, despite the manufacturer's assurance of a special internal design to resist falls and more. For me, it just doesn't provide enough security. The front of the phone features a sturdy metal frame designed to safeguard the device from potential falls. However, it's important to note that the front lacks Gorilla Glass protection. Additionally, the manufacturer hasn't specified whether it includes Shield glass or any special version of protective glass. So this leaves us somewhat uncertain about just how durable the glass might actually become. You'll also observe that while the display does have the capability to dynamically adjust its refresh rate, it unfortunately lacks LTPO technology. This means it isn't able to decrease to 1 Hz when displaying static content, which would significantly contribute to reducing battery consumption. Given the price range, it's something we might reasonably expect from it already. However, one aspect that really bothered me is that the vibration motor is positioned on the Z-axis. For those who might not be aware, these vibration motors are typically found in cell phones priced at around 5,000 pesos or less, which is equivalent to a couple of $100, maybe $150 or less. As a result, the sensation you experience is that it feels like a low-cost device, even though the vibration motor itself is not that bad. Nevertheless, within this price range, it is essential to have the vibration motor on the X-axis, as it is perceived as a tapping sensation. It feels sturdier in your hand when you use it. The truth is that this is a detail that many people may overlook and not notice, but once you've tried so many cell phones, if you notice that this one does not meet the expectations in this price range with this aspect, the sound quality is also that of a mid-range device, This is not the best performance of a high-end device, and this cell phone is being sold at a high-end price. You'll also notice that the front camera has fixed focus, and this is another aspect that belongs in the mid-range, not the high-end, so I can complain because of the price it's at. Moreover, the ultra-wide camera is quite straightforward to use, especially noticeable when recording during nighttime conditions. Considering its price, it's quite disappointing as it truly resembles a low-end ultra-wide camera. In reality, even the main camera struggles when recording at night, not performing well in challenging scenarios. These are the situations where high-end cameras typically excel and stand out, but unfortunately, this one didn't manage to do so. If you have already bought it, please let me know your experience in the comments. Tell me what you thought about the cameras and whether or not you feel it was a very expensive device. If you have already claimed the warranty, it would be fantastic if you could share your experience with us in the comments section. Also, what are your thoughts on the battery, the charging, and absolutely everything else? For now, we have reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, you know you can let us know, and we'll see you next time.